All right. Welcome to the Why We're Here podcast. This is our first episode, pilot episode. Getting it started, working out all the kinks. But my name is Evan.
My name is Will.
And a little bit about us. I'm an outdoor leadership and digital media major.
I'm a digital media film concentration major.
Okay, so you're a film concentration major. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Singing in the Rain.
Why?
It's just the best. It's nostalgic. Not from my time, but it's nostalgic.
Before you were.
I watched it for the first time last year, and I've seen it 13 times since.
13.
The music is great. The acting is great. It's quotable left and right. I know like almost every line in the movie.
Okay.
Well, what's your favorite movie?
I'd probably say Cars 2. I'm a big Disney.
That's
I'm not
valid.
really a big Disney guy, but I love Cars.
Cars 2 is the best one out of the trilogy. So
I don't know if it's like
it is.
I mean, it's my favorite one out of the three,
No, it's
but I don't know if it's the best.
No, it's the best.
Because the first one has like it's got that like
The first one's great.
Real Gone. Nobody's gonna top Real Gone. But the intro for like that.
Finn McMissile is the best side character of all.
Whoa,
Yeah. It's true.
why?
It's Finn McMissile.
No, it's not. No, because who was the side character in? Well, I mean Mater. They're the first one.
Mater's good too, but Finn McMissile is better.
I
than
guess.
Mater. Anyways,
Mater averages. Anyways. So I'm really into cars. Me personally, I would say, see, people always ask you what your favorite car is, but as a car guy, I never have one favorite car. So I'm gonna give two.
okay.
I have an attainable one and one that I'm never ever gonna get in my entire life.
I say it never.
I mean, you never know. So my attainable one is a 2002 specifically Volvo V70R station wagon. Love a station wagon, pimp wagon, great.
Too many words.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, and then unattainable, any Ferrari, I guess.
Any Ferrari. There's not like a specific Ferrari though.
I'll be so honest. I don't know Ferrari like model names.
I don't either. I know 280 something.
I only
That's
concern myself with like cars, like learning the names of them that I can afford. If that makes sense.
I guess that's fair.
So what are yours? If you had to pick one, if you had to pick up,
If I had to pick like my favorite car right now, it has to be the new Broncos. Not the sport. Not the
that
sport.
is such a bad
the
pick.
new Broncos.
I cannot.
You can hate all you want. But
My favorite out of everything.
A baby blue Bronco with like white rims is amazing.
Okay, it looks great.
It looks amazing.
It's cool, but like favorite, like like all time, like that. If
right now, yeah.
If budget were no object,
yes.
Why? No, that's
it's stylistic.
Toyota Link.
I feel like no.
No,
not
and especially, what do you mean it's not? This is gonna go nowhere. Okay,
if you couldn't tell, he's the car person. I'm the phone person.
There's so many better choices than Ford Bronco. But anyways, I am a Christian. So
I'm a Christian too.
Faith is very, very important for me. Yeah, so are you.
I don't know why you said it like
you're not. No, I'm just kidding. What would you say your favorite verse is?
My favorite Bible verse at the moment, because I can never pick one, is Romans 1:17. And I'm reading out of the NLT, so you can, yeah. Anyways, it says, "This good news tells us how God makes us right in His sight. This is accomplished from start to finish by faith, as the Scripture says. It is through faith that a righteous person has life."
That's good. I like that. What's yours? Mine is short and simple. It's Matthew 6:34. This one's got me through a lot. This is pretty short. It's a ESV version, better than enough. But
okay.
Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Like a drill. I like that one. So, podcast name is Why We're Here, and that applies specifically in this context to a couple of different ways. Obviously, we just said we're both very faith-based individuals, and so it applies overall. Why we're here? Well, Jesus. As always, that's the typical Sunday answer, right? But the Lord, to serve Jesus, and then more specifically, why we're here to yap about things. Yeah. So starting out, we want to talk about why we're here with our faith. And so every episode, we're going to do a little bit of a mini devotional, a little bit of a mini Bible study, just to share what we're passionate about, because we're passionate about film and cars and all these other things, but we're really passionate for the Lord. And that's what we want to share. That's what we want to, that's what we're going to talk about the most. And so today we'll be starting in James, the New Testament.
Yes.
A little bit of background on the book of James before we read. It's named after its author. A little bit of debate on who actually wrote it, which James. There's like three different ones that it could be. But the one that's assumed is James, Jesus's eldest half brother and brother of Jude, who also wrote another epistle of the Bible in the New Testament. The recipients of the book of the letter that James wrote were Jewish believers who were dispersed, so kind of at the time. And some themes to be looking for while we're going through the book of James. It's a lot like Proverbs. It talks about practical living and godly behavior for believers, what we should be doing. Yeah, wisdom. So, we believe in the Lord. We have trust and faith. Okay, so how should we go about that? How should we act? And so it's very applicable to how we should be going about our lives.
Yeah.
So we'll be really honing in on that. But today we're only going to we're reading chapter 1, obviously, verses 1 through 12. Would you read it for us?
Yes.
In your NLT translation.
Yeah. Okay. This letter is from James, a slave of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ. I am writing to the 12 tribes, Jewish believers scattered abroad. Greetings. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you, for asking. But when you ask him, be sure that your faith is in God alone. Do not waver, for a person with divided loyalty is as unsettled as a wave of the sea that is blown and tossed by the wind. Such people should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Their loyalty is divided between God and the world, and they are unstable in everything they do. Believers who are poor have something to boast about, for God has honored them, and those who are rich should boast that God has humbled them. They will fade away like a little flower in the field. The hot sun rises and the grass withers. The little flower droops and falls, and his beauty fades away. In the same way, the rich will fade away with all of their achievements. God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love them.
All right. That was a whole lot. But so throughout the book of James, it's broken down. It specifically talks about tests of the genuineness of your faith. And so we read verses 1 through 12 here, which specifically can be put under a little heading of the test of perseverance and suffering. What to you sticks out? There's a couple things that I've got underlined here, but what sticks out there to you?
Verse 5 has been my wallpaper for a while. Verse 5 and 6 is my wallpaper for a while. It was in ESV, but anyways, if you need wisdom, ask our God, our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking, but when you ask him, be sure that your faith is in God alone. Do not waver, for a person with divided loyalty is unsettled as a wave of the sea that is blown and tossed by the wind. That's just like a good reminder that you should ask our God for things that you're concerned about or that you're in need of, but don't ask in the heart posture of he might give it to me, but I don't know. Like, know that he has the power to, and that if it's his will, he will.
And one of my favorite things about when talking about God and how he gives wisdom is when we're praying to him, we're like, God, reveal reveal to me who you are, reveal to me your nature, and enlighten me onto uh, just coming into a greater understanding and relationship with you. He's faithful to that every time, and it's so amazing to pray that and then develop a deeper relationship with God and be like, it's just like a warm feeling. It is. I love it. I think what sticks out to me, it's a very famous verse, but verse 2 where it says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds." Then going into verse 3, "For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." And going into verse 4, "And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." And I think it's funny because we never wake up in the morning and we're like, "Yes, God, give me something hard today." You know, it's typically we let it be a stumbling block, something that we're like, "Oh, I'm going through something difficult." Uh, we let it, trip us up, or we let it separate us from the Lord. But in reality, it says count it all joy. Yeah, it's just not, that goes against our very nature, But and honestly, that proves, that attests to the nature of our faith. It's the opposite of our very nature to trust God, to walk in holiness, and to do all these things because we're born apart from Him. And so it's just, I don't know. I just love that picture of, not only are we called into joy, called into this life that's apart from our foundational way that we're wired to live. Yeah. But what does it do? He lays it out for us. What does it do when we count it joy? Well, it's going to produce steadfastness. I mean, what does it do after that? We're going to be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. God provides for us. Yeah, I love that. That's good. What do you think? What's something that we could maybe pray about, concerning trials or suffering in the next week? Yeah, I mean, like you said, like it's against like how we live day to day. That when something goes bad, we're just like, "Oh man, this sucks." But sometimes those trials are placed there for a reason. So just like praying, like if something bad comes up, and like we don't want to do anything anymore, we just want to like throw the what's it called? Throw the towel. Yeah, throw the towel in. Yeah. That we can just like know that like, okay, it's good I have these challenges. It's good I can grow my faith. So yeah, that's hard too. But you know what? Even even when it's like, oh gosh, like you feel like it's too much. That's when we lean into God more. And I love, and I think that's beautiful too. Where it's like, oh, this is too hard. I can't get through this. I can't have joy. How do I get through it? He's leaning to God. Yeah, he's there for you. I don't know. I just love that picture. I love it. I think you're right. Just praying for just the strength for the Lord, even to get through it and to just be with us. I love that. Before we get into the rest of what we have prepared today, would you pray for us, Ethan? Yeah, sure. Okay, so God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time that we're here. I've heard that as we talk about what we're interested in and why you brought us here, I've heard that you just help us have a heart posture that you're happy with, and have words that only honor you. I've heard that the people who watch this and they come to know you, if they don't already. And I've heard that you help us know you more. You just say I'm praying, man. Amen. So, as we said before, you're really into film. Love movies. Why are you here today for show? Well, I want to be a film director when I grow up. That's the goal. Big dreams. Big dreams. Big dreams. What really brought me to here is the Batman. Matt Reeves, 2022. That is, and we'll get to this later, but that is arguably one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. Okay. I've only seen it once. Obviously, Singing in the Rain is my favorite movie. But two very different movies. Yes, very different. I watch everything apart from horror. I don't do horror. No. Well, no. Yeah. First up, film and AI. Okay. So Kevin Hart talked about a game show, or he has a game show coming out where people they have AI make them like stories, but it's to see who can make the best short story using AI. Like visually, or just like a script? I think a script. I don't know if it's visual. I think AI, best AI screenplay. Okay. And it's called Prompt Side Story. Okay. I mean, I think it's a cool concept, but I do not think, especially as an actor yourself, we should be bringing in AI to the industry when there's a lot of discourse on that. And you have a lot of people too, where I saw something recently where people were talking about AI art brings art to people who are incapable of doing it themselves. And there was like pushback on that where it's like you can if you have where there's a will, there's a way. I saw this really cool video that there's a will. I saw this video of this dude, he was wheelchair bound and he was like paralyzed from the neck down and he had a hat on and they taped a brush to it and he was painting horses. It's like, man, if you can if you're your desire is to do something, you're gonna find a way to do it.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I don't know. The integration of AI into creative spaces is an interesting one.
I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think at times it can be beneficial and helpful when we're like, so if we're organizing files, if we're organizing clips in a certain way, AI can be very helpful in that.
Like
let's say we did a film shoot, and like on film shoots you don't shoot in like chronological order.
Right.
You was efficient in what you can do in the setup you have while it's there. And so if an AI can go through and scrub through all your clips and place them in order of how the narrative goes, like if you give it the script and it places it in order, that would save so much time.
Like a logistical assistant.
Yeah.
But the way you're proposing is still, it's not in a creative role.
Yeah.
It's in like a logistical role. So how do you feel about it being like the creative drive behind something?
Yeah. If we're using AI to make screenplays and scripts, I think that's a no-go. That takes jobs. I think it's in the future for sure, but I think it takes jobs.
Yeah.
As long as we have labor unions, though, I think we'll be okay. Because they can't have anything unless they have the actors. But then you would argue that they could just have the AI actors.
This is true.
Which are a thing.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
I don't know if I can. I don't know. I'd have to see it. To see it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not sure how I feel about that overall.
Next, I mean, we already talked about the pros and cons, but obviously there's pros that, you can get a lot more done quicker. But creative side is not the best. People don't get paid. We lose jobs. Bad for the economy.
Bad for the world too.
Yeah, the water takes up so much water. So yeah, overall just a negative.
A lot of negatives here.
Now, are you have you watched Ocean's 11?
Okay, Ocean's 11 is in like my top 5 movies of all time.
Yeah.
It probably goes like Cars 2 and then like Ocean's 11 like maybe like 3rd place.
So this news might make you happy.
Okay.
So Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, and Ocean's 13, right? And then I think there's another Ocean's
9, the girls with the whole women one.
Yeah. That one. They're making it Ocean's 14.
No way.
Yeah.
Like, actually?
They're making Ocean's 14, and the guy who plays Terry Benedict, Andy Garcia, is coming back to reprise his role.
You know, it'd be really funny if the plot was a Louvre heist.
That would
that's the whole plot.
I think some people would be mad at them, but
that's really hilarious.
That is.
I mean, just they get like a base on real events.
Yeah.
Like they
just get the real actors. They get the real people who actually did it.
Yeah, that's how they cast like lookalikes for the guys that did it. That'd be hilarious, dude. The whole movie is like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
They get in and get out.
But most of the cast is coming back too.
I'm so excited for that.
Brad Pitt's supposed to be in it. For sure, you can't make Ocean's movie without Brad Pitt.
What about George Clooney?
I think George Clooney. So
he's like pretty old now. No?
He is.
How old is he? He's like 65.
He's up there for sure.
He's getting.
He's up there. Have you seen the Flash movie?
Mm-mm. There's a Flash movie?
Yeah, there's a Flash movie. It is arguably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
And it didn't have what's his name from Stranger Things? No, it's from Umbrella Academy.
Who are you talking about?
The guy that plays Flash. What's his name?
Ezra Miller?
Yeah, he was in Stranger Things.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was in like one of those like sci-fi.
I think he was in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
No. Was he the guy in the bad guy / good guy in the new, what's that Marvel movie where the guy's like really depressed?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Whatever it is, it's not Marvel. He's not a Marvel movie.
He was in something that I saw lately. It was that Harry Potter movie. It was the Beasts one. You know,
unless I'm like,
I've
never seen Harry Potter. I've only seen the first three Harry Potter.
He was the really depressed guy, and is like Beasts and Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them. right?
Don't
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
wrong. I'm not wrong.
Yes, Fantastic Beasts. He was.
Yeah, see, Fantastic Beasts.
But I've never seen, and that's Secret.
That was a great
Yeah,
movie.
Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore.
It was kind of predictable, but
I've never seen Harry
it's a
Potter.
great. You should watch it. It's great. I read the I
don't
read the
know.
books when I was in like middle school and watched the movies, and that Fantastic Beasts was pretty good. But yeah, he was the depressed guy.
I mean, it has a 46% Rotten Tomato score.
Is that
So, that's really bad.
he
He
won?
won.
No, is that like audience score or critic score?
We'll see.
What's the? I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes works. Is that out of
I think it's probably going to show the critic score.
40, 47 or 100? Let's see.
It is okay. It's 83% audience score.
See, it was. I thought it was pretty
Okay.
good. I was like
Critics
14 when I watched it.
I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I don't never was really into the whole wizardry stuff.
It's in the quiet tears. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, he was the depressed one.
the Flash movie. George Clooney makes a cameo in it
Okay.
at the end. And he's supposed to be Bruce Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he was Batman at one time.
Yes.
Yeah,
But I don't think that they're continuing that storyline because of what's happening in DC and Warner Brothers.
What do you think the cameo was for then?
Well, I think they were originally going to go with it, but because James Gunn took over Warner Brothers
Really?
or took over DC.
He took over when they directed the Guardians Galaxy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And he's taking over. Or people say he got fired at Disney. I don't necessarily know if that's true, but he's taking over in DC and he's doing all the DC movies, or he's overseeing all the DC movies. Yeah, but George Clooney, hopefully he's in there. This one I don't know much about either, but Jim Carrey's in talks for a live action The Jetsons movie,
Like the
cartoon. I've never seen the cartoon either.
Really? I don't think I've ever watched like a full episode either. But it's like I always remember seeing like the intro.
Yeah,
I love that car because
the car. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I love it. It's great.
I love Jim Carrey, so I mean, I'll probably end up watching this anyways.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sonic though. That's something I gotta watch.
I saw the first one. It was great. I need to see the second one. Yeah.
I remember there's so much talks about the first one.
Yeah,
that trailer was
fixing it
with the teeth
with
and everything and the eye.
Yeah,
the face was horrible.
I think
the CGI.
I thought it was a good thing though that it showed like
they care a little bit.
They care what people actually think.
Yeah,
and like for lack of a better word, like people bullied them into fixing it. Like,
yeah,
the people have a voice. It's not just they're not just going to do it how they think best.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Okay, Sabrina Carpenter. Do you like Sabrina Carpenter?
No,
not at all. Like nothing.
Not really
ever.
I'll listen, absentmindedly, but my girlfriend loves her. But I'm not big. I'm not a big Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, she was an actor, right?
Yeah, with Disney.
Yeah,
way back with Ariana Grande. Right?
No,
they were in the same show together. No,
Ariana Grande was in Nickelodeon.
That's right. That's right.
You probably think of like Sam and Cat.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Sabrina Carpenter was Girl Meets World.
Yes,
and I'm sure she was in some other stuff.
Yes,
not Disney.
That was a great show.
Affiliated.
I watched it when I was kid.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about Boy Meets World.
No, me neither.
I didn't. But I mean, Girl Meets World was pretty good. I enjoyed every Disney Channel show growing up. Most of them, at least.
They were good.
They were good, Dad. Yeah. Anyway, Sabrina Carpenter is ending her 3-year acting hiatus, and she's going to be in the new Alice in Wonderland movie.
Didn't they already do like a run of Alice in Wonderland movies though? Because they did like the.
I'm sure. Yeah, I think
it was like the Time one.
There was one that I really didn't like. It was just kind of scary to me growing up.
I remember the first one was like good, and then because it was like a.
I have only seen one. Johnny Depp was in it.
Johnny Depp was in all of them.
He was in all of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've only seen.
He played the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Whatever the guy with the Mad Hatter.
That's right. Yeah, the Mad Hatter. That's right. But they made like I remember they made like a time travel one.
Yeah, that's the one I've seen. That was like the third one. I didn't like it. I was like 7.
Okay.
It scared me.
You should have known.
No, because I had a stomach bug then too. And so it was like a fever trip. A fever dream. I hated it.
That's funny. So when I was like 13, I went to the dentist to get like a filling on my tooth, and they put me under laughing gas, right? And they laid me back. It's like a pediatric dentistry, so it's like tailored for kids. And there's a TV above me, and they're like, "What movie do you want to watch?" And I was like, "I don't know, Brave." And so
Brave is such a good movie.
Great movie. that is the weirdest showing of Brave I've ever seen in my entire life, because I was on laughing gas the entire time. Every time they changed into like bears, it was like they weren't bears. It was like a lucid dream. It was so weird. I wish I could like vividly remember what it was like, because I was tripping on that laughing gas, and Brave was not the same movie. It was hilarious. It was
I'm sure it was.
funniest version of Brave I've ever seen.
Wow. Now I want to like be there just so I can.
It was great.
I wish I could.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. But
don't do drugs. It feels like a laughing gas.
I'm just saying.
Laughing gas coupled with like a fantastical movie or whatever.
Yeah, especially when it's animated.
I did not notice that they were working on my tooth at all.
I thought that's a good way to.
It worked. I mean,
I feel like this.
I don't know.
Do it on purpose. There's a reason why. There's has to be like some sort of.
I don't know how much laughing gas they put me on, but it was enough.
Yeah. And then to end me talking about movies for today, we're doing a movie of the week, and every week I'm gonna have a movie that I've chosen, handpicked, that I've watched.
Okay.
That is like just amazing. Is like, and today's movie of the week is Night of the Hunter, the Night of the Hunter, 1955.
Ooh.
It's a horror thriller, black and white. Horror. It's old horror. It's not scary,
but
it can be scary.
You made a generalization.
No, okay.
No.
I don't like new horror where it's a bunch of like just straight murdering and blood and guts, and
we should have said that.
That does make more sense. But it's a horror thriller.
Okay.
And it's kind of set around November, December. I consider it a Christmas movie. There's Christmas elements in it at the end.
It's very flimsy.
Yeah. So I actually don't know the director, but it basically follows the story of a man comes home with a bunch of money. A dad comes home with a bunch of money.
Okay.
He robbed the money. He robbed the bank, has the money, tells his son, who is young, like really young, like we're talking like probably like 4 or 5.
6 or 7.
6 or 7. And he tells him, he's like, hide the money. Don't tell anyone where it is.
Okay.
And so,
I remember you mentioned this the other day. Okay.
The dad ends up getting arrested. Police get there, and the kid hides the money. Well, this random guy comes into town, claims he's a preacher, and is after the money. Okay. And then obviously you have to see what happened later. But it's great movie, black and white. The composition is beautiful. The storytelling is beautiful. Narrative. It's on Letterboxd top 250 narrative. Wow, it is arguably one of the greatest. What year did Singing in the Rain come out? Because it came out in 19, right? I think 1954. Because I know it came out on the cusp of, and the reason I say this is because you said Night of the Hunter was black and white. Yeah, but I know Singing in the Rain was 1952. 52. So I wonder what the choice was to make Night of the Hunter black and white instead of color, because clearly Singing in the Rain's 3 years older. And it was in color. I'm pretty sure it looked good in color. I want to say it was filmed in black and white. Singing in the Rain? Yeah, but I don't know. It was adapted. I know a lot of movies kept the black and white until probably like the 70s, and that's when a lot more of color started coming in. Okay. So it could have. I think it might have been filmed in color or in black and white, though. Night of the Hunter, and then fixed later or Singing in the Rain. Yeah. But Night of the Hunter, I know they filmed in black and white. They kept it in black and white. Gotcha. A lot of movies end up bringing a color red version after the movie already came out. Okay. But yeah, kept it black and white, maybe for stylistic. A lot of people hate on black and white movies for that reason, for like there's no color, it makes it boring. But true. At times it makes it even better. Yeah. Moody. You have to worry about contrasting light a lot more. Certain colors have different shades of gray and all that. You'd almost say it's more difficult. Yeah, I think nowadays it's more difficult to make a good black and white than, I mean, of course you have like Adobe where you can just kind of slap a black and white filter on, but it doesn't do it justice. I do that. Yeah, I do too with my photography, but yeah, that's beside the point. Anyways, The Night of the Hunter is this week's movie. Okay, I need to go watch it. Yeah. So, you got to about Phil a little bit. Yeah. So I every week I'm going to have a couple of points of general automotive news. These could be anything ranging from major recalls for a company or general motorsport news. There's things going on in the automotive world. We got 2 things to talk about today.
First one, Dodge. They
Yes.
quit the Challenger and the Charger. They came out with this new version of it starting in 2025, I believe, and it was all electric for the Charger. They received so much backlash on that they went back and they're like, whoa, we're not going to do that anymore. They like fired their old CEO and a new one came in and he was like, we're going to put gas engines in them like everybody wants.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can get a gas engine in the new Dodge Charger, but it's a 6-cylinder, not an 8-cylinder, like it typically is.
What's the
difference? Smaller engine, typically less power. It sounds different. A lot of like old car guys, like it's just like tradition, So you have like a muscle car that's gone for so long. It's like, oh, if you don't put a V8 in it, it's like breaking tradition. It's like, yeah, heresy, basically.
Okay.
So they
That's a strong claim.
well, I mean, that's kind of the sentiment that they have around it.
Yeah.
And so initially they were like, it's all electric. By the way, the thing was pretty ugly. And then they backtracked. They're like, we're going to put a 6-cylinder in it. Well, now they come back again and they're like, hey, we're putting a V8 engine in the new Charger. And everyone's like, whoa, holy crap, there's going to be a V8. Like, this is going to be great. It's going to be like, the old one.
It's Christmas.
Not quite. Oh. It is a limited run production. It is going to be called the Dodge Charger. This is such a goofy name. The Dodge Charger Hustle Stuff Drag Pack.
There's no way that's like real.
It sounds like a Debbie cake.
Well, it sounds like something. It sounds like from the Barbie movie with this is my Mojo Dojo Casa house. That's exactly what it sounds like.
I mean, yeah, I guess they just put too many words.
Yeah.
So the Dodge Charger Hustle Stuff Drag Pack. I cannot get over that name. It will be available with a Hemi V8, which is Hemi is what their name of like their popular V8 that they made. Supercharged, so it's gonna make really cool noises. It's gonna make big power. However, they are only going to make 50 of them.
Only 50?
Only 50
in the world,
in the entire world. Only 50 of them. This is the only Charger that they are going to be offering with a V8 engine in it. And they're only going to make 50. Not to mention, it's not even street legal.
So what's the point?
It's not street legal. So Dodge has a very long history of drag racing.
Okay.
They're very prideful on how well their cars do in drag racing off the showroom floor. There's an entire NHRA drag racing category for like showroom stock cars.
Yeah.
So Dodge has a very storied history with doing well in that area. And so this is and they've done versions of their cars like this in the past. So this one is not street legal whatsoever. It comes from factory with a roll cage in it. It's got 0 amenities. You've got a bucket seat in it.
So is it for like
it's specific. You're gonna race it. It's like you're buying it to be a race car.
But they're only making 50 of them.
They're only making 50 of them.
At that point, wouldn't you like keep like a collectible car?
Right. And honestly, that's probably that's what bothers me with a lot of these companies when they do a limited run. It's like, oh, we're only gonna make 50. Oh, we're only gonna make 100. Okay, well now you've immediately made it to where people are gonna buy them and they're never gonna use them.
And it's gonna be so expensive.
But they fixed that like collector's item, stay in the garage. They're offering a $25,000 bounty, from Dodge for the first person to buy one of these limited edition Chargers and win an NHRA. The category is Factory Stock Showdown. They will pay you $25,000 for the first person to win one of those events in this car.
But the question is, how much is the car? How much is the car going to be?
$234,000.
So you're losing money.
It's not even close.
So what's the point? Because then you use it, and then God forbid you damage it.
God forbid,
and then you're done.
It's
$25,000 is not going to do anything.
No, it's not. But it's again, it's like we were talking about. Because it's a limited run, people are going to be incentivized, or they're going to want to park it, bring it out, for photos once a quarter, and never use it. Well, here this kind of fixes maybe that issue, but again, at the exact MSRP, before dealer fees, everything, $234,995.
They gotta give you more money.
You can build your own drag car for that, and you wouldn't now if you were to build your own, it would not be able to race in the same class as this car. But with that money, you could go build your own drag car and probably run faster than this Charger to start out.
I feel like if you're gonna buy this car, chances are you don't need $25,000.
No.
Like you want a lot
if you've
more.
got $235,000 laying aside to go purchase this, what is an extra 25 grand? It just
I don't
it doesn't
understand.
make sense. They're like, oh, we're bringing back the engine. No, you're not. You're not.
This
I mean, it's
just
cool.
for the slight few who have the money to buy it.
Right. Okay, but I mean, it's cool. The idea is cool. They're bringing back a cool engine. You know,
At least you're not going straight electric now.
Right. And that's kind of the silver lining is like they're not gonna be lame.
But should they have in the first place? That's like should you be happy that they were like, you know, they were gonna make it all electric when they should have just kept it gas.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, taking away a bowl of candy from a baby and giving it one piece, and you're like, look, I gave you some. You know, like it's not quite the same, but I guess it's enough to tell.
Yeah, I guess.
And it is nice that they're offering it a 6-cylinder in it. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Our next talking points for our automotive news is GM, which stands for General Motors.
Yeah.
It's the company that owns Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Buick. Okay, those three. It used to own Pontiac and a bunch of other companies back in the day, but now the only three that are under its moniker, under its umbrella, is Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac.
Okay.
Starting in 2028, they will no longer be offering Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in any of their vehicles. So
backwards?
Not at all. Well, yes. So right now, you go to your local Chevrolet dealership and you buy a brand new Tahoe.
Yeah.
You hook up your phone to it. You got Apple CarPlay. Beautiful. We love it. We love CarPlay. It's great.
Mm.
GM has now said, we don't want you to do that. We're going to build our own software, and you're not going to be able to use CarPlay or Android Auto in any of our vehicles because our software is going to be better, is what they're claiming. I don't like that. Me neither.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's
capitalism.
It's capitalism. And so not only that, they don't want to. I don't know quite how the Apple CarPlay Android Auto relationship works. I don't know if the phone companies pay to have their software put in, or if the auto companies pay them. I'm not sure how that works. But surely an automotive company is not going to make a better phone compatibility software
than an actual
phone company.
Right.
What I saw is people are saying the true reason behind this is they just want your data. They want to know where you're going. They want to know your driving habits. They want to know what you're doing with their vehicles. What kind of phone are you using? Because then they collect all of that data. Because right now you use Apple CarPlay, Apple's collecting your data, but it's going back to Apple.
Yeah.
If GM uses only their software, now you connect your phone. They know what kind of phone you have. They know what songs you're playing.
Yeah.
They know what podcast,
whether it's target audience
you're listening to. You know, maybe you're listening to this right now on Apple CarPlay. Well, in 2028, you at a Chevrolet, you're listening to it on, GM Play or whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to know, and they're going to use that to market against you.
Wow.
Because they're going to, they see, 90% of our customers who use our software, they're listening to the new Sabrina Carpenter song. Mm-hmm. And now they make an ad for their next car with a Sabrina Carpenter song. And they know it's going to
target audience
to their audience.
Wow. That's stupid.
But I
mean, if it works, it works.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but and what sucks even now too is older cars, you buy an aftermarket radio and you put it in there and you get your Apple CarPlay. Yeah. These newer vehicles, you can't do that. The screens are built in. If you want to put an aftermarket radio in that, good luck. You're not doing that. You're gonna have a gaping hole in your dash. It's gonna look horrible. It's gonna look horrible. You're downgrading. So you're just stuck. It's terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, so moving on. I'm also very into Formula One motor racing. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, quick rundown what Formula One is. If you think here in the States we have NASCAR, and they look like stock cars-ish. Formula One, it's not like this closed fender. It doesn't look like it's open wheel. There's no fenders. It's just a bucket down the middle. It's very aerodynamic, and the wheels are just kind of out in the open.
It's like the cars you make when you're a kid.
Yes.
Racing.
Yes. And going back to Cars 2, it looks like Francesco Bernoulli, the Italian race car. That's F1. That's what F1 looks like. I mean, they do make cameos and yes, they made cameos in the car. Great time. It was good. It's such a masterpiece of a movie. Anyway, that's what Formula One looks like. They just had a race weekend. We're coming up on the end of the season. There's 3 races left after this one. This past weekend, so today is November 11th. This past weekend, they were in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Great race.
Great race. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
It's
I'm a
okay.
new F1 fan. I'm a new F1 fan.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited he's getting it F1. This is I don't have enough people to yap about
Starting summer of
F1.
2025.
This is so great. I'm so excited. Okay, so they were in Brazil.
Ew.
What are your
I mean, Max Verstappen masterclass. From the pit lane
I'll give you that.
to P1 at some point and finishing P3 or was it P3?
P3.
Absolutely amazing.
So a little bit of context here. Max Verstappen, he has been the dominant force in F1 for the past few years. He won 3 championships in a row. He was, he was hoping at the beginning of the season to make it championship number 4. That is not happening. The McLaren team has made sure that will not
dominated.
Absolute domination for the McLaren team. But he is probably the best driver in Formula One right now.
Mm-hmm.
He qualified terrible. So the way that and I know you know this, but the way that an F1 weekend will work is you have your main event race on a Sunday, but the Saturday prior you have what's called qualifying, and they run basically elimination style rounds. So they call it Q1, qualifying session 1. There's 20 cars. All 20 cars will run individual laps around the track, and whoever has the fastest lap determines where you're at in the current spot. Yeah. The slowest 5 are eliminated from Q1, and they are locked in for where they're starting on Sunday. So 15th down to 16th. 16th down to 20th. If you're that slow, you're locked in. That's where you're starting for Sunday.
Yeah.
They get to Q2, same thing. You get 12? No, 11. 11 down to 15. And if you're that slow, boom, you're locked in. That's where you're starting on Sunday. And then you follow into the last session of Q3, and you have the top 10, and they're running to see where they start. And then once they're done, that locks it in. That's where you're starting. Mm-hmm. Max Verstappen qualified, I believe it was like 20th position.
Yeah, like low.
To 19th position. It was low. It was the lowest he's ever qualified in his entire career on pure merit.
I mean, and for Brazil, like I know people were talking about he dominated Brazil.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
What was it last year? Or was it 2023?
I believe it's 2023. Yeah, honestly, both. He could have.
If you haven't seen it, when he races in Brazil with a story that kind of beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's like actual cinema.
It's beautiful.
Like you would think you're watching a movie.
It's because you got storm clouds in the background. It's gorgeous. You got to look it up. So he was the favorite going into the weekend. Now he has qualified for a Sunday low before, but typically it's because he's taken on new engine parts. During an F1 season, you are only allowed to have a certain amount of parts. So let's say you start the season and you're Max Verstappen, you only have 3 engines to work with for the entire season. Your engine blows twice. You're on your last one, 3/4 through the season. That third one blows. You have to take a fourth, and you can't not run. You now take a penalty. Wow. And you have to start lower on the grid for the Sunday. So it's typically like a 5-place penalty. So if you were Max Verstappen, you qualified 8, and you have to take that 4th engine, you now have to start 5 places down, which is 13.
Wow.
So you take a penalty. And it's pretty common because these cars, they're so fast, they're so fragile.
Yeah.
Because they're on the cusp of engineering. Stuff fails. And so it's pretty regular for drivers to have to take that penalty. Well, he started low because of that before, never on pure merit.
Yeah.
That's what happened this past weekend.
Which is crazy.
It's insane. It's crazy. It's never happened before. It's just the team, they got the setup wrong. The car was not happy with the conditions. He was fighting it the whole time. He was not smooth out there. Qualified low. Well, Red Bull, which is the team he drives for, Red Bull Racing, they took the opportunity. They were like, well, we're already low. We're going to replace everything pretty much. He got a brand new engine. He got a bunch of other new components. Started from the pit lane. When you take that many new elements of your car, you have to, they just can't even count it up. So you start in the pit lane. You don't even get to start on the road, on the actual, that's where he started. Through the course of the race, like you said, he finished 3rd place. Yeah. Crazy. Absolutely insane.
I watched it too, and I was like, "This is like history, right?"
It honestly is. I think he tied Lewis Hamilton, I believe. Lewis Hamilton, maybe Michael Schumacher as well, for the highest place finish from a pit lane start. If he had finished in 2nd place, he would have set a new record. And there's a couple of people that think maybe he could have contended for the win. I'm not entirely sure. I think
Kimi just did amazing though.
So Kimi Antonelli, He's a rookie this season. He drives for Mercedes. He put on a pretty good show.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job defending.
Which for me is a new name. For me is a new name.
Yes. Well, this is his first season.
Yeah.
So he's pretty new. A lot of people are comparing him to Max Verstappen. A lot as a young driver. I don't quite see it. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
This first season is very telling. He's doing well, but he's not. I don't quite see that stardom in him. So anyway, the Brazil Grand Prix was this past weekend. It's called the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sometimes we'll hear it referenced as Interlagos, which is in between two lakes, which is literally where the racetrack presides. And currently, the F1 has two championship fights, I guess. You have a fight with the teams. They're fighting for who can get the most points with their two drivers, because there's 10 teams, 2 drivers per team. They're fighting to see whose drivers can get the most points collectively. So Red Bull, Max's team, they have Max and his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. All of their points get added up for Red Bull's score. And then, like we were talking about a second ago with Kimi Antonelli, he's racing Mercedes. His teammate is George Russell. Their points get added up, and they're competing for position overall. And then you have the individual drivers championship, which is, of course, their individual drivers. Of course, we have, going into the Brazil weekend, we have 4 races left, and we've got a 3-way title fight for the drivers championship. The McLaren F1 team, they already won the constructors. What it's called, the constructors championship, the team championship. They already won.
What would you win that? Like, is that like a certain?
It's when it's mathematically impossible for another team to win. Okay, so literally,
they just McLaren, actually were that good.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. McLaren, they have been doing so well this entire season. Both their drivers, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, have been doing so well this entire season that they made it, I believe, about a month ago, mathematically impossible for another team.
I think I watched that race.
Yes, it was kind of wild. I mean, the celebration was wild. The race, if I remember right, was kind of boring.
But what week was it?
I couldn't tell you. It was been so long. It's been so locked in, but they've been so dominant that it is mathematically impossible. Currently, McLaren as a team for the season sits at 756 points.
700. 70 points are there in total?
Let's see, 24 races with a possibility of 25 points per Grand Prix. So 500 possible per driver, and then you have different, it adds up pretty quick. So McLaren is at 756. Okay, in first place. They are locked in. Nobody can take that away from them. They already got the trophy. They celebrated. They had a party. Second place right now is Mercedes with only 398 points.
Oh my God.
The gap is
that's that big.
However, we are currently in a big fight for second place in the constructors between Mercedes at 398, Red Bull at 366, and Ferrari at 362. That shook up actually over this past weekend. Mercedes had a great weekend. Ferrari had a double crash out. It was rough. It's a rough weekend to be a Ferrari fan. As per unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm pretty. It was pretty tragic.
Yeah.
Neither one of their drivers, Charles Leclerc or Lewis Hamilton, finished the race. They both
DNF, right?
They both DNF, did not finish. They crashed out. It was pretty rough.
That is horrible.
So the fight for second place in constructors still very on. McLaren is just way out there. But in the driver standings, we currently have a 3-way fight for the lead, and there's been a shakeup with this recently. Oscar Piastri from McLaren has been leading this drivers' championship the entire season. And just
my favorite compared, but I digress.
That's a very unpopular. Well, I think unpopular in this room, but
hot take.
He's been leading this entire season. He's been the golden boy. He's been super consistent. He's won, I believe, 7 races, but it's been between him and his teammate Lando Norris this entire season. And been back and forth. Well, last race, it was, oh gosh, I don't even know.
Dallas?
It was, yes, it was COTA, Circuit of the Americas.
I watched that one too.
Lando pulled ahead of his teammate by 1 singular point. He had first place by 1 singular point.
Yeah.
Wild.
Lando had a bad week, or not Lando. Oscar had a bad race.
DNF. Yeah. He did not finish the race.
Yeah.
He's been having a rough form of it as of late. The F1 does not have races back to back. They typically have maybe a 1-week break, maybe a 2-week break, and then in the summer they have summer break, and it's like 3 weeks. Coming off of the summer break, Oscar Piastri has been he's like a completely different driver. he just can't put it together. And on the flip side, his championship rival and teammate Lando Norris has been doing everything.
Taking the spotlight.
He's been taking the spotlight. So he went into the Brazil,
which they're both young, right?
They're both very young. Oscar Piastri is 22, I believe. Lando's 24, maybe. They're young. All of these F1 drivers are very young. Only a few of them are outside of their 20s.
I can relate to that.
Ellie actually is 19.
Bro's my age, and
Bro's
racing F1. That's nice.
Yeah,
Making millions, you know.
Makes you feel like you're not very confident.
Yeah, no, not at all.
He's out here racing multi-million-dollar cars. But anyways, so Lando went into this weekend. He was 1 point ahead. He qualified pole position, which is what we call first place, and he was gone in the race. Leaving this weekend now, Lando has 390 points overall, and Oscar has 366. The gap between them is 24 points.
Yeah,
which is scoreable within a race weekend. A win, when you win, you get the points they go down. So let's see here. First place, you get 25 points. Second place, you get 18.
Okay.
Third, 15. Fourth is 12. Fifth is 10 points. Sixth is 8. Seventh is 6 points. Eighth is 4 points. Ninth is 2. And 10th is 1 point. One of the top 10 scores. So Oscar could turn it around.
Yeah.
In one race weekend. I don't think he's gonna.
Because Lando has to do bad.
Lando has to do bad.
And he hasn't.
He's been so consistent because not only does Oscar need to score those points, but he needs Lando to have a bad weekend.
Yeah.
Now, I said we're in a 3-way title fight. Obviously, Oscar and Lando are pretty close. Max Verstappen,
he's reaching up,
is still in this mathematically
possible.
Keyword possible. Probably.
Yeah, it's not looking
so good. I said Lando's at 390. Oscar is at 366. Max Verstappen is currently at 341.
Yeah.
So his gap to Piastri is 25 points. Again, he could get that in a weekend.
If he somehow pulls this off, that's insane. 100%.
Because his gap to Norris is 49,
which is like that
weekends.
Yeah.
So, but he
needs Lando to do bad.
He needs both of them to do bad. And
this
Piastri has been doing pretty bad. He also he just didn't have a good form. He qualified, I believe, 5th for the British. I keep saying British. The Brazil Grand Prix. He qualified 4th. Not great in a season where McLaren has been 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he finished in that exact same spot, I believe. No, he finished 5th actually. So he finished 1 place down before he qualified. He lost places. Brazil, we finished out. Lando was 1st. Kimi Antonelli for Mercedes was 2nd. Max Verstappen was 3rd with that insane drive from the pit lane. George Russell in 4th. Kind of crazy. George Russell's like the king of surprise top 5 finishes. I don't really know how he does it all the time. And then Oscar rounds out the top 5.
Yeah.
Max is still mathematically in it. Do I think he'll get it? No, not looking bright. But it's possible.
Yeah.
I think currently momentum matters a lot in F1. And so when you're doing really well, when you're on that form, not only do you feel good about it and you feel more confident in your own skill, but it's going to deter other people, especially when you're in like a battle on track for position, because they're going to be like, oh crap, he's really good. So I'm a pretty big Lando fan, but Lando is my pick personally to win. He has not been in first for the whole season.
I gotta say Max. I need it. And I'm new, but I need Max to win. I like him.
So I've been in the F1 for a while, and I've watched. I didn't get to see Max's first championship win, but I saw his second, his third, and they were so dominant that I was tired of Max.
Yeah, you like an underdog.
I want Lando to win, but I think I would still probably cheer my heart out if Max won, because despite watching him these past few seasons, it was boring. He would win each race by like a 10-second gap, which is a lot for F1.
Yeah,
it's like a million years. But if he wins it this year, he earned it. 100% he earned it. He has not been in first like at all the entire season. He's been working his butt off. He's been proving just how good of a driver he is.
Yeah.
If he wins it,
and even if he doesn't win it, it was still a great season for him.
Oh, 100%. It proved, even though he's losing, he's down, but he's up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He's not winning, but it's still showing just how good of a driver he is.
Yeah.
And I would love Lando to win. I want Lando to win one championship and then somebody else can win.
That's all you need.
Just let him have his one. Let him have the one, and then Oscar can get however many he wants.
Yeah.
Just let him,
However many they say. However many.
however.
I said let's win one more. I said let's win 5. Why not?
It's crazy. But I just want Lando to have one, and then Oscar can win however many he wants, and so can Max. He can go on whatever.
I like all 3. I think all 3 are cool.
I'm not a huge Oscar fan. I don't hate him. I don't love him. So anyway, so that's where we're at with the standings right now. There are 3 races left. We have Las Vegas, which is November 20th, is when the race weekend starts. That'll be a good one. It's on a Saturday. Typically, the main races are on a Sunday. With Las Vegas, they put it on a Saturday. I'm excited for that. It's always easier to watch when it's on a Saturday, especially plus because when a lot of them are overseas.
Exactly.
They don't want to
Starting at 9 a.m.
or 3 a.m. to watch the race.
Especially we have church that morning.
Right. Exactly. And then I'm like dog tired and I just can't. I can't pay attention. So it'll be nice to have a Saturday race.
And I can't watch F1 during church.
Right. So
that's a little questionable.
Watch it later. But anyway, so we've got Las Vegas and then we've got Qatar, which is a back-to-back. So we have the Las Vegas weekend, then right after we have Qatar. And then the last race of the season will be in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
That'll be it. And then I believe we come back in April.
Oh, it's a break.
I know.
No.
It's so long, but
I got football to keep me entertained.
We got football, we got basketball,
soccer,
March Madness, soccer.
Yeah.
Rally racing does it all year round, mostly. So,
see, I need to get more into racing.
Honestly, I'm into it, but I want to get more. Like, I like rally. I want to go to a rally race, but I don't watch it. I want to though. We need to get that. Maybe that'll be an off season thing.
Yeah.
So that's our look at F1 currently. We'll keep updating, talk more about it as the season goes along. But to close us out, we've got some hot takes.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, we'll go one by one. So we have these papers. You have agree, disagree. Is that upside down?
It is upside down.
It is upside down. Okay. Agree and then disagree. Yeah. And we are going to basically say if we agree with this hot take or not. All right. My first hot take is the sequel trilogy is better than the originals.
Now, what do you mean? For what?
Overall. Story. I've seen
for why you're these.
So sure. Star Wars. The Star Wars sequel trilogy is better than the original trilogy.
Now we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we got to do the agree.
I'm gonna say
3. Yeah, you got your answer. All right, 3, 2, 1. Agree. Wow, we're gonna get hated on so hard.
It's a tough one, but I do like it. I do like it better because I'm a big Clone Wars guy. You're a big Clone Wars guy.
You're thinking of the prequel trilogy.
I am thinking of you're
original.
You're talking about Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Oh heck
no, agree.
No,
I thought we were on to something.
No.
And then you just
okay
slap me in the face with that.
Okay, I know. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. This can go on for forever, but sake of time, hit us with your next one.
Okay. Next, you have video adaptations are killing the industry.
Video game
adaptations are killing the industry.
What industry? Movie industry. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait! I picked the wrong one.
Okay.
Agree. Yeah.
It's killing the industry specifically because companies think that they can just, make a movie or a show based off a game and everyone will want to watch it. And it works. Everyone does want to watch it, but certain things don't work.
And it's just not quality.
I think Arcane is beautiful. That is a great adaptation. It's perfect in a lot of ways. But I'm a huge Fallout person. And I don't think that they're doing it good. I don't think they're doing it bad. I just don't think they're doing it justice.
Yeah, it's just
it doesn't meet the same vibe. And honestly, I think that anything Fallout in the next couple of years is just not going to be good. They are coming with season 2 this December, so I'm hyped for that.
Okay.
And then my last one is the Batman is the best superhero movie. It could possibly even be considered that it's not a superhero movie. And the Batman 2022, Matt Reeves.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I agree with all of these.
I think it's a great movie. I only watched it once. I need to watch it again, but I loved it.
I saw it 3 times in theaters when I went on Max, and it's 3 hours long, and I didn't fall asleep at all. It is stylistically not even a superhero movie. If you were to watch that and without knowing anything about superheroes, you would think it's just like a film noir It's modern day film noir movie, and it is
Everything about it, I think they just did perfect.
absolutely amazing.
So my first one, and we kind of already talked about this.
Yes,
Max Verstappen deserves the World Drivers' Championship win. 3, 2, 1. I hate to say it.
I agree with all of these. Are these really hot takes?
I want Lando to win so bad, but Max is he just couldn't in the work.
Max is a dog.
He's doing it. All right, number 2, my last hot take to close this out. Video games are just as much of an art form as movies. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna say agree.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I don't think it. I think it can be, but I think on average, it's not.
I disagree. I think that there's just as much that goes into it stylistically, with your storyline, with characterization. You even have shot composition and certain
Yes,
campaigns. It's just as much art. I love it. I could talk about that.
I need the big corporations to make it some more bangers.
That is
I
true.
can say it.
But indie games
do it amazing.
100%.
Yes, and it can be, but
Well, no, I disagree. We'll have to talk more about that later.
yeah.
But that is going to be all for our first episode. I've loved it. Loved talking about all of these.
Love talking with you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We thought we couldn't do it, but where there's a will, there's a way.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Not me.
And it just love talking why we're here.
Yeah, why we're here.
So many reasons, and it's so much passion that comes out of it. I'm looking forward to our next episode. Yeah, we'll be talking some of the same stuff. Next time we'll be in James, the second half of chapter 1.
Yep.
And some more film and automotive news.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for listening, and that has been our first episode of Why We're Here.
Thank you.